This video is for The Living Earth, Unit 2.1, Energy for Life. Today's essential question: what are kinetic and potential energy? Our first main idea today: kinetic and potential energy. Energy exists in a variety of forms. These include kinetic and potential energy. Organisms survive by converting energy from one form to another. Kinetic energy is the energy any object has because it is moving. Objects can have kinetic energy regardless of their mass. Vibrating atoms have kinetic energy because they are moving. A running elephant, much bigger than an atom, also has kinetic energy. Energy from food is converted by the elephant's muscles to make it move and give it kinetic energy. So, kinetic energy is defined as the work needed to move a body of a given mass to its final velocity or speed in a given direction. Thermal energy is a term used to refer to heat generated by kinetic energy in atoms and molecules. Atoms and molecules are in random, constant motion. Temperature is a measure of this motion. Molecules moving more rapidly, more quickly, have greater thermal energy than molecules moving more slowly. Potential energy is the energy in a body or a system based on its position or configuration, aka it is stored energy. Potential energy exists in a number of forms. These include chemical potential energy, gravitational potential energy, and mechanical potential energy. Chemical potential energy, or simply chemical energy, is the energy that is stored in the bonds between atoms. Chemical energy is released or absorbed during chemical reactions. When bonds are broken in chemical reactions, energy is absorbed. When bonds are made in a chemical reaction, energy is released. The balance of the energy between bonds being broken and bonds being formed determines whether a chemical reaction releases or absorbs energy overall. Organisms store energy as chemical energy. Food compounds like glucose, starch, or fats contain a lot of chemical energy in their molecules. When cells metabolize food during cellular respiration, they react these compounds in the presence of oxygen. This releases energy. Initially, they may store some of the released energy as chemical energy in other high-energy molecules. One of these molecules is adenosine triphosphate, also known as ATP. This stored chemical energy is then readily available to do work within the cell. Chemical energy is required for all life processes. Now, energy can be stored in other ways as well. A ball at the top of a hill has potential energy because of its position in relation to the center of the earth. If the ball rolls down the hill, this gravitational potential energy is converted to kinetic energy. Stretched or compressed objects like springs or rubber bands can also store energy. This mechanical potential energy is converted to kinetic energy when the force holding them in position is released. At this point, you should be able to generate a full and appropriate response to today's essential question: what are kinetic and potential energy?